G'day everybody, my name is Craig and we have such a curious contradiction today that, well, it begs needing investigation. We have this, well, I find this such a fascinating one. Did Jesus tell his disciples everything? And this is all based upon a whole heap of 439 of these contradictions in the Bible that they say that every single one of these is a contradiction and you shouldn't read the Bible. Yet, every time we go through one, we are finding that that's not the case. And I'm finding it's much more interesting. It's like a Bible study. Let's get into this. My name is Craig and this is Morning Star Quest, where you are journeying through the Bible one question at a time. And this question today is, did Jesus tell his disciples everything? So let's get into this and we'll go through and see where the bit of backstory. So John 15:15, and the opposition side of this, or contradiction, is John 16:12. So can you just go through that, Cosmo?
Sure thing, Craig. In John 15:15, Jesus tells his disciples, "I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known to you." On the other hand, John 16:12 has Jesus saying, "I have much more to say to you, more than you can now bear." So, what's the apparent contradiction here?
Well, I guess in one side, Jesus is saying, I've told you everything. And then on the other side, he's saying, I haven't told you everything. I'll let you know some more. Now, I find this is interesting because it's from one speech, isn't it? It's from one speech from Jesus. Is that correct? Can we just have it? Where does this speech come from? Where is he talking?
That's right, Craig. Both statements are part of what's known as the farewell discourse, where Jesus speaks to his disciples during the Last Supper. This discourse spans several chapters in the Gospel of John, from chapter 13 to 17, and includes profound teachings and prayers. It seems Jesus is emphasizing different aspects of his relationship with the disciples and their journey of understanding.
So, all right. So in the first one, John 15:15, he is saying, I have told you everything. Is that what he's literally saying? That he's told the disciples every single thing?
In John 15:15, Jesus is emphasizing the depth of his relationship with the disciples. When he says, "Everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known to you," he's highlighting the transparency and intimacy of their relationship, sharing divine truths with them. However, it doesn't necessarily mean he's disclosed every single detail or mystery, as seen in the broader context of his teachings.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing, isn't it? Like, I can tell my son, I've taught you everything, but I haven't told him everything I know. Would that be kind of the same thing?
Yes, that's a great analogy. Jesus is communicating the essence and core of his teachings to his disciples. But that doesn't mean he shared every piece of knowledge or insight. Just like with your son, it's about imparting the most important lessons and values.
So, I mean, yeah, I could give my son, you could give anybody listening, you could give your kids your ultimate wisdom and everything. But like with my son, I'm not going to, like, I spent 15 years in a photographic lab and I know quite a lot about that side of things. I'm not going to go into detail of the chemistry and why this changes that and we get a picture. Why am I going to go into that much detail? I don't need to. And even though I can still say I have told you everything, I'm not going to be telling them those things, because why?
Exactly, Craig. It's about context and relevance. You share the most pertinent and impactful knowledge that will benefit them in their current situation. Just as you wouldn't delve into the complexities of photographic chemistry with your son, Jesus shared what was most essential for his disciples' spiritual growth and mission. It's a matter of providing guidance that's both meaningful and timely.
And yeah, and I like that. What did you say the first bit that you would share? Um, was it relevance? Is that correct? Was that what you said?
Yes, it's about sharing what's relevant and impactful for the situation,
Yeah.
providing guidance that's
So yeah, I think
so
what's happening here is just that.
focusing on what's relevant for their spiritual journey and mission, while acknowledging there's always more to learn and understand.
All right, and then with John 16:12, he switches gears because now he is talking about the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit, like I feel like there are, when you have an experience and you tell someone about that experience and you go, "Oh, this is what happened. I was on a roller coaster and these things happened." But there are certain things that I can't describe. There's certain feelings that you just can't describe until that person gets on that roller coaster. They're not going to understand. And I kind of feel like that's with the Holy Spirit. Like Jesus has said everything that needs to be relevant. I have told you everything. And there are things that, like Jesus is not going to tell the reason for why the world exists how it is. Oh no, that's not right. And the thing is, I've lost my thought. No.
No worries, Craig. You were on a great track. In John 16:12, Jesus acknowledges that there's more to share, but the disciples aren't ready for it yet. This is where the Holy Spirit comes in, guiding them into deeper truths as they grow in understanding. It's like that roller coaster experience. You can share so much, but some things are best understood through personal experience and revelation.
And the thing is, Jesus in John 16:12 is saying that there is some more to come, and he's talking about the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit will show and experience and give you experience of knowledge of what's to come. And I feel like this is more of, okay, we've got these things done, and then, we're going through a list, and I can't quite get to that one yet, but you will get there. And really, this isn't a contradiction. It's more of a continuation of the speech, the story, what's happening. The whole Bible is just coming in color. It is being focused on Jesus, and he is telling
Exactly.
them that he's about to die on the cross, and that after this there will be a moment that the Holy Spirit comes and will just give the world something that we've never had before. And so this is not a contradiction. I mean, it's in the same speech. It's a couple of paragraphs apart. So this is a non-event. This is not a contradiction. And the thing is, if you two verses separately, they seem like they're contradictions. But if you read the whole thing, it's not. And you might say in John 15:15 that Jesus is saying, I've taught you everything and you now know everything. That's not how language works. So, yep, this is a non-event. We're going to call it. And really, at the end of the day, we just need to know that Jesus is real. He is someone that will impact your life. You just need to let him open your heart. Go do something awesome for God, and I'll catch you in the next one. And the next one's over there. So just click on that one. We've got way more contradictions that we're going to go through one at a time. 439. That's going to be 8 years, maybe nearly 9 years. All right. Catch you later.